Kate here from Tech Fluff TV, your London correspondent on my lovely Kodak camera. So it's Monday, and Monday in London always means Mobile Monday. Tonight we had a really great panel on where mobile meets the media space. And there was great discussion on the iPad, the future of print, how people finance applications, the freemium model, paywalls, all of that stuff. At the same time, it was all about, is there a mobile web? Are there applications in the future? And how that's going to evolve. So I'm going to interview a few people, get some insight from them, and I hope you want to stick around for that. What do you develop for? What's easiest for you, and why?
Okay, well we're in touch with a lot of brands, fortunately, and not one of them asked us for a mobile website. So
why do you think that is?
It's just not sexy at all. Everyone wants to go native, and they're engaging with people. No one's going to produce a marketing campaign and say, "Hey, come to our mobile website." It's just a bit limp.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunately the demand we're getting from developers. When we work on our own stuff, it's more that we're not interested in. It's a solution for mobile web to develop for lots of devices, but in terms of monetizing that, the App Store and the iPhone is a logical conclusion.
3 words to describe, from your perspective as a developer, the iPad.
Heavy, sexy, touchy.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Cool.
Okay, I am on my 5th HTC phone.
Okay, what phone is that?
HTC Desire.
Oh, a beauty.
It's lovely. 1 GHz Snapdragon processor. So my first 3 smartphones didn't work on the web, even though they said they did. My last smartphone had it for a year and a half. The internet did work on it, but not fast enough to use it. This is like...
What phone was that, by the way?
HTC HD.
Okay.
And it did work, it just didn't seem fast enough.
Yeah.
The Desire, it's like driving a Ferrari around the web. It really is great.
If you're going to hop onto something, is it the mobile web for you, or is it an application? I mean, what's most appealing from the consumer perspective?
The first app that I bought was a Hootsuite app because I was managing kind of 5-6 Twitter accounts, a LinkedIn, a couple of Facebook accounts, and it was becoming a nightmare.
Right.
So that, and the fact that I can do it on the phone, and it also hooks up when I go to my browser. It all flows together. All the work I've done online with Hootsuite, put it on here straight away.
So it's utility for you then?
It is, but I actually like browsing the web. I was coming here tonight, thought, damn, haven't got a tube map. Downloaded it. I've got it on my phone. It'll be there forever now. Whenever I need it, zoom in.
In 3 words, only 3 words. They don't have to be a sentence. They can just be 3 words. What do you think?
Coming on Friday.
From a development perspective, a lot of discussion today, mobile web, applications. What's the future? What do you think?
The future is the web.
Yeah, so mobile web definitely, you think?
Yeah, for sure. And we see a huge increase in the amount of mobile web usage. Just from last year, you have 110% increase in mobile web usage.
Right. So things like the iPad then. I mean, if you could sum it up in 3 words from a development perspective, give me 3 words. What is it?
The iPad.
Yeah, the iPad. Do you have one?
No, I don't own one.
Do you want one?
I would actually like one.
Okay,
I don't plan on. I don't see it as the future of devices, but it's definitely a nice thing to own.
Yeah.
The iPhone, the iPad in 3 words. Consumer-facing device.
Perfect. Thank you. Helen Keegan, the lovely organizer of tonight's event. So Helen, if you're a company and you're looking to devise a mobile strategy, what are the key steps? What do I look at?
Well, the danger is just to go for an iPhone app. That seems to be what a lot of brands and agencies and companies seem to be doing these days, but that's just such a small part of the pie. So what I would suggest is devise for iPhone and prototype on iPhone and then develop for mobile web. And that gets you across all the other mobile devices that are out there, because let's remember that the iPhone, even though it punches above its weight, it's a small percentage of your customer base, and you need to be able to appeal to your whole customer base, or at least as many of them as is possible.
Mobile web, applications, I mean, are apps dead in a few years? Is the mobile web going to prevail? What are your thoughts on that?
We're still using apps on our PCs, we're still using downloaded software, we're also using cloud-based software, we're also using web apps. So I think there's room for all of these different versions of technology, and I think they'll become invisible, and it will just be about the brand. It'll be that you're using Facebook, you're using Twitter, you're using this particular game, you're reading the news from the Times. It doesn't really matter how you're doing it.
So the iPad, 3 words to describe it. I've got the FT's Outlook. What's yours?
Not for me.
Good one.
I thought it was quite interesting hearing Helen talk about the touch web, and I think there was a question about the touch web. And I think it's a bit dangerous when you come to these events, you talk about the mobile web, which is this kind of silo on one side, and what we're thinking about more and more with the FT is our main website actually. And when you look at the iPad and you look at some of the devices coming out, we've got beyond just worrying about people on small devices, and we have to think more and more about people just generally being outside of their home, being inside of their home and using devices which we consider to be mobile devices, and it's very difficult to define what is and isn't mobile. So yeah, this is the iPad app, and as you see, kind of got all the sections you'd normally expect to get in the FT. I don't know whether this will work now because we don't have a wireless connection, but I've got some of the content cached, so you can see, kind of get an idea of the content, and obviously you can just keep
so obviously from your perspective, shifting your way of doing things and approaching different types of customers, but giving them the same content that you guys always have is key.
Yeah, absolutely, but also making sure it's presented well for these kind of screens.
Yeah.
This is just really, the iPad is a chance for us to experiment with touch devices, and we're seeing for us the importance is more about touch than about the device itself.
So since you work for the Financial Times, a lot of discussion today about print media and its supposed death. Do you have any thoughts on that you can bring to the table, or is it going to die?
No, we're seeing massive growth online, and the paywall, we've had a paywall now for nearly 10 years.
The iPad, sum it up in 3 words.
High definition.
Okay.
That's hyphenated, so that's one word. It is touch, which I mean is something people are kind of underestimating, and it is big.
So Mobile London, a big success, had a good time.